A second vessel loaded with aid for Gaza is getting ready to leave a port in Cyprus, AP correspondent Sagar Magani reports.
Cyprus's foreign minister says the ship will leave once another vessel, now at sea, reaches Gaza in coming days and offload some 200 tons of food. This shipment will be far bigger.
Almost 400 tons, 400 pallets.
At a warehouse in Cyprus, the World Food Kitchen's Juan Camilo Jimenez watched crews pack the pallets. Attach labels reading humanitarian aid in both English and Arabic, and load them onto trucks before the eventual sea crossing. Sagar Magani, Washington.
The U.S. Air Force released video it said showed an airdrop over Gaza on Wednesday from two planes. More humanitarian aid was being airdropped by multiple countries into Gaza during the first couple days of Ramadan, when Muslims around the world fast during the day. The Israeli offensive in Gaza has displaced most of Gaza's 2.3 million people and led to critical shortages of food, water, and medicine. The United Nations estimates about a quarter of the population risks starvation, and the trickle of aid is barely scratching the surface of daily needs. EU member states on Wednesday agreed to add €5 billion, or $5.5 billion, to a central fund to pay for weapons sent to Ukraine. The move provides a welcome boost for Kyiv as support from the U.S., its other major backer, wavers, and its outgunned forces struggle to hold back Russia. Belgium, which holds the EU's rotating presidency, said ambassadors from the bloc's 27 nations had agreed in principle on the plan. This is VOA News. President Vladimir Putin warned the West on Wednesday Russia was technically ready for nuclear war. Reuters correspondent Elon Rubens has more.
Russia, which inherited the Soviet Union's nuclear weapons, has the world's biggest store of nuclear warheads.
Are we really ready for nuclear war?
From a technical point of view, of course, we are ready.
President Vladimir Putin said Russia was ready for a nuclear war with the West, and that if the United States sent troops to Ukraine, the move would be considered a significant escalation of the war. The Russian president is the ultimate decision maker on the use of nuclear weapons.
Reuters correspondent Elon Rubens. A powerful Haitian gang leader pledged Wednesday to continue his fight that has plunged the country into chaos after the crisis-racked nation's prime minister agreed to step aside and be replaced by a transitional governing body. Gangs that control most of the capital, Port-au-Prince, launched an armed campaign almost 2 weeks ago, saying they intended to topple Prime Minister Ariel Henry, sending the country into violent conflict with warnings of possible famine and civil war. Henry agreed to step aside after an emergency meeting Monday that brought together U.S., UN, and Caribbean representatives, among others, and yielded a blueprint for Haitians to form a governing transitional presidential council until elections can be held. Parts of Africa's richest city have been without water or experiencing severe water shortages for nearly 2 weeks. Kate Bartlett reports.
Residents of South Africa's business hub, Johannesburg, are voicing anger over water shortages that have hit the city in the middle of a summer heat wave. Officials said some 50% of Johannesburg water's supply area has been affected by the shortages that have lasted nearly 2 weeks. Johannesburg has a population of almost 6 million people. There have been small protests by residents over the shortages. Businesses have been hit hard, and several hospitals also have been affected. Nurses at one medical center told local media that they were not able to wash their hands. Kate Bartlett, VOA News, Johannesburg.
The United Nations said on Wednesday humanity has returned to pre-pandemic levels of development, but it warned the global recovery makes a widening gap between rich and poor countries bigger. The rebound follows 2 years of decline when 2021 and 2022, the Global Human Development Index dipped twice in a row for the first time since its creation nearly 35 years ago, thanks in part to COVID-19. Rolling back 5 years of progress.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comments section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.